Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Samir Khalid. I'm a chartered certified accountant. One of the students asked about the future of AI related to the ACCA. I assume that by this question they meant maybe job security. Okay, I'm going to be frank with you guys in this video. As a person, all of you, I'm sure you're investing your time, your money, your energy, your dedication to something, and you want to get a lucrative return on investment from that. And I'm going to be very honest about the future of the ACCA. First, before answering this question, I would like to say that nothing in this life is guaranteed. It's like nothing is guaranteed. No ACCA, no medical studies, no any investment that you do in cryptocurrency, or you open a supermarket, something like that. Any project, any investment that you do, that is not guaranteed. It has some risk in it and reward in it. All right. So if somebody has prompted you or gave you advice that study ACCA or CA or any very difficult and high focused kind of studies, and you're going to have a bright future, something like that, you have to understand that you might not get what you want after you finish your studies. And why I'm making this video, I would like to give you the full picture of the reality. It's not like if you understand it and if you pursue your studies based on this fact, you're not going to be surprised when you finish your studies. All right. So will you not, for example, the people assume that when they finish ACCA they're going to be elected as a CEO of a company, or they're going to be taken to the directorship of a company, something like that. But that is not the reality, all right? The most important thing about the ACCA or any study like that, CA, or I'm not talking about the academic studies like studies that you do in the universities, MBA and this kind of stuff. That is academic studies, and that is just a waste of time, in my opinion, because you're studying in a very traditional way. You're just doing the tasks and the essays and learning the things that are not relevant to you, that is just the history and something like that. But in ACCA, it's a professional study. It's just like when you become a mechanic, or when you study a practical field that you are going to be utilized by the employers or by yourself in your own business. So when you study ACCA, you have to understand that even if you do not get any high paying job, or you're not going to earn six figures in the future, you learn about life, lots of things that you wouldn't compare that to money. I personally have learned a lot from ACCA, because the thing that the amount of dedication, the amount of focus that you do during your studies is going to make you a very disciplined and dedicated person, and that is going to shape your character, personality, and all terms of your life. You're going to be you're going to have a plan to do anything, and you know that nothing is impossible, because if you plan it and pursue your plan, you're going to get it. So by studying ACCA, you're gonna get a very you're gonna be a very disciplined person, and you're gonna gain knowledge that is not going to be comparable to any monetary value. All right. So back to the real thing. The people say that, okay, that was good, but I want the real money. Okay. Actually, ACCA is a very high demand in United Kingdom, Europe, Indonesia, and countries like Singapore. like India. However, in the United States, that is not legally recognized. So, if you have studied ACCA or studying ACCA and you plan to work in a company in the United States, you're not going to be legally recognized. However, it does not mean that you're not going to be able to work in here. Your skill, your dedication, your knowledge is going to be appreciated by all of the employees in here who are not seeking for any legal. You're not going to be appointed in a very serious position, but in a consulting position you're going to be appointed. However, if you study ACCA, if you finish ACCA, I'm sure that you're going to be able to finish CPA as well very easily if you put the same amount of dedication and focus that you have put in ACCA. All right, and something out of pocket for the students, for the new students, is that you should not only rely on studies. In real life, if you want to get a six-figure job, you have to create your own business. I'm sounding like the gurus right now, but if your plan is that I'm going to study ACC, I'm going to finish this, I'm going to get a good job, and I'm going to be rich and this kind of stuff, but no job is going to make you rich person. You have to have multiple sources of income, and for that reason, ACCA is going to give you a corporate mindset. Even if you are jobless after finishing ACCA, you will have a corporate mindset. You're going to understand the mechanism of the business, how it's created, how can you create a very simple business, and how can you turn it into a multinational organization. At least you have the knowledge of that. You have a very blurry picture of that. By gaining experience, you're going to get a 4K picture of that in the future. All right. So, so the students that are studying right now, you're studying. You should not be demotivated by the standards, by the figures that you see, or for example, some people finished the high studies and they say that we're not getting paid and this kind of stuff. Absolutely. So for that reason, when you finish your ACCA studies, you have to have a good network of people and put the same amount of dedication in order to have a good network and find a way to an organization that you want to learn. Do not focus on money if you're young. Do not focus on that. Focus on some places that you are most likely to learn something new, and something with a place that you can grow. All right. So, what is the future of AI? How it was relevant to the relevant to the AI thing. AI is certainly going to replace lots of humans, as we know that, but ACCA is not fundamentally bounded by regular day-to-day tasks. All right, AI is going to replace the automatic task that is done regularly. For example, something is done every single day, every single week, every single hour, and companies are going to utilize AI because it's gonna reduce or actually eliminate the human error, and it's more efficient and more cost efficient. For that reason, humans are going to be replaced. However, ACCA includes decision making, management, and lots of functions or fields that requires judgment. All right. When it comes to the judgment, humanity is not actually ready to get the judgment right now from AI. Maybe the Joe Schmo, the regular person, would act based on the judgment of ChatGPT right now, but the companies, the multinational organizations, they're not going to be able to, they're not ready to take that kind of risk right now. So fundamentally, if you become a very dedicated person in your studies, in your AI and in your ACCA, and you're going to get a very good judgment, you have a very corporate, you have a corporate mindset, you can take fantastic decisions, you're a good manager, and you can lead and you can communicate and this kind of stuff, you would certainly have place in the future of the business, of the accounting. And you have to, right now, if you're studying the basic papers, it's going to teach you discipline. It's going to teach you that nothing is impossible in this world if you put the work into that. If you're studying the middle, the applied knowledge studies, you have to kind of learn how to communicate, how to write, and how to read, how to behave yourself, how to have professional demeanor and this kind of stuff. And you have to create links with people, with organizations, and you have to cite us. So do not 100% completely rely on ACCA, because if you rely on anything other than God, completely you're going to be demolished, you're going to be eliminated. You're going to be surprised, because nothing is reliable to be 100% relied on, right? And if you're studying the P-level, professional level studies, this is the time to get out of your house right now. Choose your friends wisely. Go to the professional conventions, gatherings. Find some friends. I do not mean that flatter to the business people and this kind of stuff, but learn from them. Create some kind of link with them, and eventually some door will be opened that you can be utilized very good. But personally, I do not want to work in any organization. However, if there is an organization that I can learn from, I'm ready to work there. But personally, the amount of knowledge that I gain from ACCA is adequate for me to focus on my own business. I would like to have multiple sources of income, and if you're interested in that, in my journey, I would like to share that with you. And this was the answer for the question that one of the students asked. If you have any question, you can comment it down below. I'll try my best to answer that. Thank you very much for watching this video. You have a great day.